Hey everybody, this is Elizabeth Moselle, and I was just eating on some ice, y'all. It got a nice shower going on outside, so I was like, well, before I bounce, before I bounce, um, and do my other tasks, let me get on here and talk to y'all for a little bit. So, y'all, if y'all are coming in on replay, just know this: I always talk about myself and my livelihood about 3 to 4 minutes. Sometimes I can go for miles, but I don't think I'm going for miles today, y'all. Cause y'all, this is a for a fun time, not a long time. Y'all know how that is, right? So, y'all, when I tell y'all, I am missing my babies. I call my mom and I say, "Hey, mom, mom, is the baby's there? Is the baby okay?" Yes, Dee. Yes, the baby's there. The baby's good. But yeah, I'm missing them to the max for no reason. Okay. And I know this is supposed to be a break time, but y'all, I'm just looking at it like by the time they come back, they gotta go back to school and there go again. I'm not going to see my kids that much because I still have to work and I still got to do ABC, make sure they got ABC. So, y'all, I think sometimes I regret, sending them away for the summertime, even though at the last hour down with them, I was like, I can't wait for you to go to your grandparents. And then like the ride home be so silent, and I don't have to share food or I don't have to have a little person asking me, "Oh, so you ate at McDonald's, huh?" I don't have to worry about that. Um, I don't have to worry about what's for dinner, mom. Okay. Now my grandmother is like, "Ooh, grandma, are we going to make that? We're going to make that dish that you always make, But she don't mind it. And actually, she's just like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe I put in so much work, and I'm going to, not go see her babies, but she don't see them. But um, I was going to take them down a little bit later, but my mom, her guilt. Okay, that's all I gotta say. Sometimes your parents' guilt is worse than children's eyes. Like, I hate the snuffing. Like, I feel bad. Like, if I pop my kid or it's that that gets me every time. I'm like, come here. Who the hell beat you? Who the hell hit you? Who popped you? No one did. Like, I did it. But yes, over here I do discipline my children. Okay, but I really do miss them. I miss my son howling. Yeah, I don't know if y'all know, my 2-year-old is not talking, but he is saying, "Oh," and I think I told y'all probably a couple lives later, they lay back, way back, that he sounds. He does sound language, and his sound language is not very clear, but he knows that he is sounding the hell out of what he needs to sound. He knows he's sounding the what he needs to sound, and if it doesn't collide, he catch attitude. So I think he does a lot of pointing, like demonstrating pointing, like point, use your words, and then he does it, and I'm like, what do you want me to point at? And it's that hand, it's a flat hand, and the finger pointing in the middle, and I'm like, what you want me to point at? so so I'm getting that. So now I have to like train him, like, yo, if you want milk, there's a certain way to say milk or food, and but he wants me to point at whatever he wants. Okay, I'm like, that's not how it goes, dude. But I got to love him. But I miss his howling. Like, he howls. And y'all, if it wasn't law, I would definitely would send him to kennel. It's cheaper than daycare. I'm just kidding. But anyway, let's get into the thumbnail because we're here for what? A fun time, not a long time. So Jazzy, we're gonna just go and jump it on to Jazzy. Jazzy kind of like irked my nerves today because y'all food prices. I felt like it's going up day by day, and maybe because I shop frequently, not in a bad way. For example, I know that DoorDash and Instacart, their prices are extremely higher than just walking in the store. And when I tell y'all this is, matter of fact, is so true. Um, you might get a pack of gravy. I use gravy in my address. So you get a pack of gravy, and the gravy might be 119 at our we have for Food Lion. So 119 at the Food Lion. And if I go and look at the price, that 119 will change to 176 or 189. So that food price right there, sky high. But when I was buying, I'm just going to go by gravy. When my daughter was maybe 3, that's when I started having to shop. Um, Gravy was like 76 cents. And that was in 2011, 2012. Now that pack of gravy is maybe $1 at Walmart or maybe $1.19 at Food Lion. So that is a big jump from 11 to 23. So when we think of like the price of food, we should always have gradually seen that. But Jazz, I'm sorry. On the 4th of July, and I don't know when you did this video with your kids at the house, but 4th of July, you had money to go to the Golden Corral for 2 adults. Now, granted, Stinkabug got a free meal, but you know how much and a holiday pay for a restaurant? I don't think she paid $7.99, y'all. She probably paid about maybe $18 a person, maybe, and that's including a drink. Y'all get what I'm saying? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? Jazz, food don't cost that much if you're going to Golden Corral. It don't cost that much because those 2 steaks that you had that you and Babe cooked out that I got on that picture, that could fed that one steak, just a steak in my household, because I know how to break it down. I also have other sides that I can put to it. For example, I can break that one of those steaks down, and you probably can't do it because you got more kids than I do. I'll slice the steak in thin slices, y'all. After I finish cooking it, I will slice the steak. I'll make some potatoes or some I probably oven roast some potatoes or whatever. Break, maybe if I only have one potato, I break that potato down, put it in the oven with some season, and then on top of that, I probably have some shrimp because that's a staple in my house. Shrimp is a staple, and I put some shrimp and some broccoli, and voila, that is a meal with one steak that you and your man ate. Y'all ate one steak apiece. I don't know how y'all realize that steak is thick as hell. That could fed my family for one night. So food prices is not a lot. It depends on how you want to feed your children. Well, my kids, they want to eat cereal and they want to eat. Girl, that's what it's supposed to do. I don't know who told you that kids don't eat. There's some kids that really don't eat. Like seriously, I know a couple friends that kids don't eat. My daughter don't eat. Like when she was a certain age, she didn't eat. And but when she enjoyed the meals that she ate it. And that's understandable. But I'm still trying to figure out why you don't know how to make homemade macaroni and cheese with the prices of food so sky high. I don't understand why you don't know how to make mashed potatoes while the food is sky high. I don't understand how you don't know how to separate meat while the food is sky high. The food has been sky high for a very long time, Jazz. It's not just today. I don't understand what century you're living in. For some odd reason, Jazz really thinks that a pound of chicken is 49 cents because I don't know what century you lived in these last 5 years. When COVID happened, we didn't have any food in the darn grocery store. Was the food prices okay? Yes. So, Jazz, these are a couple of tips I'm going to give you. All right. And I could be very wrong, but yeah, if I'm wrong, I apologize, but not today. Jazz, go to the store and buy your necessities or your staples in your house. You don't go and buy alcohol. Alcohol is not a staple. Okay, you probably spend about $7 to $8 on that wine every week. Just think about it. 7 times 4 is 28. $28 could give you $28 worth of canned goods. Think about that. Oh, you and Chris, y'all went out to dinner and y'all bought 2 meals of adults with a drink that will, I'm just saying, Golden Corral, now I'm just say $36. Could have been $36 processed chicken nuggets that you could have in your deep freezer. Food is not expensive. It's what you are willing to feed your other for. And girl, stop telling people I'm going to go get some food stamps. This is just too much. Girl, you still shop on the 6th. Do. Come on now. I'm just being as honest as possible. You still get those food stamps. So you more worrying about satisfying your man's stomach than your children's stomach. Because be honest with you, I still do. Y'all, I ain't gonna lie to you. My son still asks for shell macaroni and cheese. But I learned how to make homemade macaroni and cheese. That was one of my biggest things. When I dated a guy that didn't know how to make macaroni and cheese, and I was like, oh, I'm still using a Vita. Ooh, something ain't right. I can't just. So this is some different stuff. When I realized that frozen vegetables was more cheaper than the canned vegetables because and then I can also close it off and I can buy us what I can need and it was more tastier when I learned how to season the vegetables instead of depending on glory greens or what's that other Marjorie, was that Marjorie something? Yeah, you got 5 kids and you cook like you are a 12-year-old. Girl, get off the penis and learn how to fucking cook. You don't have to worry about coming on here talking about food costs too much money. Because food don't cost money if you know how to shop. Food don't cost money. And if anybody that's out there don't realize that, I can help you. I can do a shop with you and tell you, hey, food don't cost that much money. It does, but it shouldn't cost that much money if you know how to cook. You know how to stretch a meat. Like instead of buying neck bones, and I know that y'all might say neck bones is really cheap, but instead of buying neck bones that will only really last, or every kid don't really like it, you have to make another side. Just buy a roast. Start buying more roast and put it in your freezer. And you can still get that effect of a neck bone if you get pork roast. And you can still put you could probably even boil it the way you do your neck bones. You can put that big old meat in some water, let it boil, put your potatoes, your onions, and you can have a good old pot roast boil if you like. But it's more efficient than in a stretch. It can stretch. I don't understand where are you coming. Who raised you? We don't just, I don't know, y'all. I just really, I can't understand that blog and talking about how food is expensive. You live in this world like everybody else. And just, I don't shop at Aldi's. My mom shop at Little's, but I'm not a big fan of those stores, y'all. I'm just not. Um, and Diamond from what's her face? Wine Glass and Chill. She shop at Aldi's. I know you have an Aldi's in Texas because there's a couple people that's in Texas and certain areas that's close to you talk about going to Aldi's. And I I don't understand why you haven't shopped there. Now, granted, I don't feel like that's more cheaper than Walmart or, you know, HEB, I guess, but it to each his own. But Jazz, I really need you to be adult and stop whining about food for your other four. And your golden child can go out to dinner. Stop telling people, hey, stop trying to make your kids feel guilty for them not going on a trip or having what they need or what they would like because you have to work and you have to stop working for to tend to them. How selfish are you? You know, one day my daughter and I can talk about my situation and have a peace of mind. My daughter basically has my baby boy right there. Not intentionally. They just bond. Though all the kids are bonding. But he bonded with her. And she really softened up with him. Like she don't play with that little boy. She don't want me popping him. She makes it like, oh, that's okay. I clean it up. But she shouldn't have to do that. But if I have something to do, like cook and clean, I always ask her, hey, do you mind watching him? I don't mind. Thank you. Keep him occupied. Or he just, or sometimes I just let him stand on a chair beside me. But I can't get mad if she said, Mommy, I just need some time to myself. Why do you think Caitlin do? And I don't understand why you feel like, oh, the kids are fighting. They fighting so much. Oh, because they're stuck in the house. They're barely getting food. And if they ask for more, you probably tell them no. And it's their fault that they don't have the food that they want. Because food would cost too much money and y'all eating up everything. What selfish mother says that? You. You said that. And it's sad that I feel like when I went back and there's a video that you did a live and you asked Caitlin, and I always will talk about this. You asked Caitlin to bring the kids a slice of bread. And Aiden was no more than 1 years old at the time. And he stuffed that bread in his mouth, y'all. And I know a certain stuff, like he's been hungry all day long, that he turned over to grab his sister's bread, that he hit her. And you said, don't hit him. There was another life that y'all gave them a piece of Starbucks banana bread. And the sad reality is that you split it, and Aiden was so hungry. Like, and you're so worried about your Starbucks, drinking your Starbucks and make yourself look like you're important that you couldn't even really feed your children a decent meal. Because y'all know y'all have to understand the difference of snacking and hunger. I will I would love to hear my son say he wants some cereal at 5 o'clock in the morning. That's my baby boy. My oldest one, he can make his own cereal. But you're sitting here acting like He's waking me up every morning at 5 o'clock talking about he wants some cereal. Well, if you put him to bed before you put him to bed after 9 or 10 o'clock, you don't have to worry about that. But you want to put them in bed at 7, and the oldest kids can just, tend to themselves. As Sinkerbug can sit up and relax and chill out and walk through the house. But your twins, they got to go to bed at 7. No reason. That's no wonder why that boy wakes up at 5:30 hungry. I'll be hungry too. And I wake up at 5:30 trying to get a bowl of cereal too. Stop trying to micromanage the food. So Jazz, these are a couple of tips, okay? Get off live. Make make a meal. I dare you to go get a roasted chicken, bake it, boil it, whatever you have to do. Then on top of that, get you 2 cups of rice. That lasts a long time, y'all. Use some of that chicken broth that you boiled the chicken or you baked it. You put some water in it, use that chicken broth, make your rice. Not instant rice, real rice that you have to let it simmer for about 20 minutes and it fluffs up. With the fork, you fluff it up. You shred that chicken because you don't want to really break down the chicken bone and give everybody a piece of chicken. No, you shred that chicken. You put the cheese on there. On the side, you can probably put some vegetables. I prefer broccoli, y'all. I ain't even going to lie. I prefer broccoli. So you shred the chicken, you steam up some broccoli. And then what you do next is put the rice, the chicken, the broccoli, and you like cheese. And you make a chicken, rice, broccoli casserole. And it's gonna be a big pan, so you will have leftovers. And your kids will love it. Who don't like chicken and rice? Jazz, you're lazy. That man told you what to do. He came to the house and made you chicken and rice. All you have to do is think outside the box. Maybe grilled cheese. Grilled cheese is a very good summer dish. Don't buy any processed food. Buy things that make sense. A loaf of bread, bologna. If your kids like bologna, I'm just saying, don't force your children something they don't eat. Turkey, ham. Make sandwiches. You won't waste it because you got 5 kids that would love to eat a grilled cheese, maybe 2. Instead of buying the box of chips, go see if they have it in the line or on the compost. Was it the impulse line? They might have it there. Or if you go to Walmart, they have it. They have a big bin with different chips. Instead of buying that, buy $20 or $30 worth of those little chips and get 10 of them. That's what I do. Sometimes I get 12, 10. And I spent about $30, maybe 30, because it's 2 for $1. And I just grab the chips, and they have chips worth until I go back and refill. It's cheaper than buying those box of chips. I think it's cheaper than that because my family, they don't eat all the chips in that box, so it's a waste. Buy Kool-Aid. You don't have to buy individual juicers. Buy Kool-Aid. It'll work just fine. You want to come on here for people to feel sorry for you. To give, probably to sponsor a damn trip for your kids. It's not for food, it's for a trip for your kids. Well, you should have thought about that. You should have thought about that. I'm sorry. You should have thought about that before you got pregnant with Stinkerbug. It's not the kid's responsibility for wanting to eat, wanting some a little bit of entertainment. So I'm about to go off and say this, Jazz. Encourage your kids to find friends that maybe have one or zero friends. Not one or zero friends. One to zero siblings. Because be honest with you, that is magic in some parents' eyes. Oh my gosh. The mother's picking up my daughter, they're having a sleepover or they about to go out. Because some parents will sponsor a kid for their child. Encourage your kids to do that. Yes, that's like scamming, but they might have a better summer next year than dealing with you. That's just me. If I was thinking like Jazz, I would start making my children be a scammer too. Because be honest with you, that is shitty in so many ways. You blaming these kids for not going outside, not doing something, and blaming the food prices. I can't do, girl, bye. I, now, Jazz, if you had said we don't have electricity because of food prices is high, I can believe that. But a trip, y'all, y'all can't make this girl laugh if y'all wanted to. How you gonna, and you know what, Jazz? I think they have something that you could help the kids to go out. It's called free school. It's like it's free summer lunch that you can go to your local. You know most places have local lunch places where people can eat lunch. You can do that. It'll be okay. It's 100% free. The kids can mingle with other kids. Stinkerbug can eat too. You ever thought about that? But you're too boastful to like you got too much pride, but no not enough pride. Like you don't want to show people that you can do this. Because a lot of parents don't know that you can get free food service from the local schools. Jazz, if food costs too much money, you can go to food pantries. That'll be good content. And better yet, they can drop the food off at your house. And you can just tell people, hey, y'all, I got another DoorDash. Hey, we would never know because sometimes those food banks, when they drop it off at your house, they put regular like grocery store bags in there with a big box, and we will never know. Y'all, and I'm just being as honest as possible. Food should not, food is not the scapegoat for your kids not doing something this summer. Be honest with you. It didn't work out with the father. And maybe because he probably saw some of your videos that you was posting and maybe you was just doing too much of, hey, let me go back, you didn't never do this with my kids. Not because you have four kids and you was a single mom, you just choose to stay on live and complain about how bad your kids was, but they was stuck in the house with a pissy diaper. And he probably looked back at some of those videos where your doorknob was it was childproof for your twins. And he said, oh hell no. Nah. This baby don't have a doorknob policy. He's not locked up in his room. She don't tell that little boy he just ate. It backfired. Next time, keep your mouth shut. That's all I'm. Hey, keep your mouth shut, Jazz. Sorry, but not sorry. Keep your mouth shut. We would never. He would never know that you had these big plans for you and Stinkerbug and Chris to be out here in these streets. And those kids most likely will still have to be in somebody's damn house all summer. Talking about Caitlin didn't like summer camp. No, girl, that was a summer vacation Bible. Was that Bible vacation school? That only lasted for a month, a week anyway. All you had to do was keep on finding new vocational Bible schools. They all free for the public, dummy. And some of them they take them from wee hours, or they might take them even for dinner. Because my church, they normally have them for dinner. Yeah, they have them from like 4 to 8 o'clock, and every night they have dinner. All you have to do is get them a bath and get them ready for the next day. But that takes away too much of your time trying to plant. You and Chris are so lovey dovey. You got money to go to the movies? Wow, that's interesting. Yeah, I haven't seen a picture show in a long time. I mean, a very long time, like before COVID. Yeah, you got money to go to the movies with a grown ass man? I don't know. The men I date, they like to relax and chill. They don't like spending money at the movies. But you did say, babe, when I get my check and it hits, I'm gonna take you out. We're going somewhere. I got my check. I got my check. You remember that little jingle you had on the 21st? I got my check. I got my check. That jingle. It's haunting you when you have to feed your extra four, don't it? All right, y'all. I have to go. I'm done talking about this lady and her greedy ass. Yeah, I can't believe she ate a whole steak like that. And then coming on here a couple of days later talking about food costs too much. Y'all, tell me what is some of y'all before I leave on my comments. Just tell me what is some of y'all like saving methods. Like for me, I believe in frozen vegetables if I can't get fresh vegetables. And I also shop in season. So I don't purchase anything that's not in season. Um, uh, like for example, I collect on certain meats due to the fact that it's not as popular. Like for right now, the summer, you'll see a lot of AKA, for example, certain chicken might not be as popular, like chicken breasts or legs, something like that, or chicken wings that can like party wings and stuff. That's not very popular right now. So what do you purchase? Um, Always say certain type of heavy meats like roast is like mad ass cheap right now. So if you get like a pot roast right now, it's like mad cheap. That's what I was saying, Southside. That's what I was saying. I said exactly like that. She said, "Come out, I'm about to apply," but girl, you only shop on the sixth, okay? But what is some of y'all techniques and saving and I also purchase stuff on sale. So, for example, I always hit up. We have a Carly C's, aka Piggly Wiggly, if y'all in certain areas, but it's the IGA, aka Piggly Wiggly's. It's one of those stores, and I have Food Lion, Harris Teeter, a Publix, in Walmart. So, and then on top of that, y'all, I'm trying to get my parents to come down so I can go to the commissary. That is like a taboo, but I don't mind going to the commissary. But commissary is like standoff from only military. But if I can get into that, I will go. But there's a meat place as well. So that's what I normally do. I normally save up. But now it's hurricane season, so well, it's not hurricane yet, but it's like coming there. So I'm really not purchasing any food, and my kids are not here either. So um that can also save you some dollars if you know that there's bad weather might take place. Um so that can be like another way of saving. Philip has a PS5. And girl, King, she paid for that. So I don't feel sorry for nobody. Not in this sector. None of them. None. Okay, yeah. It is cheaper there. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to spend $32 on a meal for me and my babe and just some meat. And my kids got to eat 4 corn dog nuggets a piece. We ain't doing that over here. Even though one kid might only eat corn dogs, but I'm just saying. Also separation. I separate. That's another thing I do that I save money on. Like for example, if I give my son free reign, she's gonna eat 19 mozzarella sticks. Dead serious, okay? And I separate them and I tell him, hey, if you're hungry, I'm cool with that, but don't eat it. So I put like 4 mozzarella sticks. He got his mozzarella dip. Y'all, he's happy go lucky. You got to teach your children how to moderate, not moderate, but gosh, what is that word? Have portion control. Yes. So, instead of just giving him the free range, so yeah, I do that. I have portion control to a extent. Okay. To a extent. Okay. And he has other options, but he's just not going to eat up all the mozzarella sticks in one sitting, and he's not going to just, it's going to be moderation. I believe in, luxury of, having food in the house for, whatever he likes. And you know what, King? And I don't know a lot of women. I'm starting to see a lot of women will tell, um, and it's just not in the sector. I have a friend that she told guys that she was just starting dating. Like she smashed them Sunday night, and Monday morning she told them that she has ISS. Well, no, SSI. She has EBT. She has TANA. She told the men the works, and they stayed temporary. I seen her talking about, oh, me and him going shopping for food, and I see him the first night, literally the first night she gets her EBT, he's cooking up, gosh knows everything that they just purchased. They eating fried chicken wings. He baking some ribs. He's cooking bacon. And I'm sitting here thinking to myself, y'all, I'm like, she's happy that he's pushing a cart and taking groceries in the house for her, not realizing this man is hungry. He don't like you. He's hungry. Jazz have to realize that. Diamond have to realize that her man is hungry. And we see Diamond husband. He don't care. Okay? He don't care. He gonna let people know him and his girl, they got food stamps. He's okay with that. Hey, okay, and y'all, if y'all know wine glass and chill, she'll tell you in a heartbeat, $350 is just not enough for a family of seven. Well, somebody need to fucking work. Okay. It seems like that man is not on your TANA plan, your food stamp plan, y'all. And I'm just being honest. He's not on that junk. They don't, and I'm just saying, like, I don't think she's working. So it is what it is. But y'all, I have to go. I really have to go, y'all. It's storming. Y'all, I just want to lay in bed. But it takes me to go to home and lay in bed. And by the time y'all, I don't know if y'all ever felt this way, but by the time you get home and you got your heart set of being in the bed under the blanket and woo, and falling asleep, that don't happen. And y'all, when I tell you, I used to take this gummy to relax. I haven't took it in like forever. But when I tell you that thing got me right, it got me right. So I probably need to take that when I get home tonight. Like, oh, I'm gonna take a shower. I'm gonna take this gummy. If it rains like this, like they say it's gonna rain all night, baby, I'm gonna be so ready for Friday, y'all. But y'all have a lovely evening. I might come back on here if it is not too hectic with my chaos in my life. And that means like just if I catch a good movie or if I catch some good Z's, whatever, if it's not chaotic. I'm gonna definitely come on here and I want to do a proper video. So it's gonna be a live proper video. So I'll let y'all know if I'm gonna hit that up. I'll put it on the scene early. But y'all, how do y'all feel about y'all? And this is before y'all leave and y'all come back. Y'all can shoot in the comment. How do y'all feel about Peach asking for help? Y'all, y'all don't believe that. I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna leave on it. This girl know how to beat the system. Y'all think too. Now I could be wrong, but majority of states have newborns up to I think all the way up to 12. They can get free health care. Y'all, Peach didn't make that much money on YouTube prior to her pregnancy. Y'all, she wasn't banking 3,000 a day. She was probably struggling. Y'all, we could see the struggle in the lives and the videos and the crying and the depression. That was a struggle. I don't think she's making that money, just enough to get her insurance, y'all. And I'm just being honest. I don't think that I think she just wants y'all dollars. She wants y'all money because it's easier. It's easy for people to eBay on this live or on this YouTube, Facebook. It's easy for them to do that. And I'm saying this, and I'm gonna leave it with this. Peach know how to was it eBay better than the rest. All right, she knows how to. She have these classes that she really don't teach nothing. And if you talking about, oh, Peach taught me everything I know, and you still got less than 700 subscribers, Peach didn't teach you nothing. She showed you a dream. And that's what Peach did. She sold a lot of people dreams. There's nobody that has a success story like Peach. All right. And that's just real talk. You took her class, nobody has a success story. Now, if you have a couple thousands and you did take Peach class, kudos to you. But majority of the time, Peach just sold people a fantasy dream. All right. That's all Peach did. But y'all can't tell me she didn't have any insurance for that pregnancy, y'all. No state, nothing. Y'all, I don't believe it. I just can't. I will not believe it. Mm-mm. No, I will not. She still used her PEBT, y'all. That's just real talk. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Hold on, I just saw your comment. You know what? King Mike, you in timeout. Not oh my gosh. Let me just tell you this, King. I think Jazz was salty about that thing that Philip put up with him and Hannah going out to like all three meals in one day. And she came back, trying to make him feel bad. I'm really thinking that's probably a method that Jazz had used. Like, it's hard to feed these kids. But now you see this man with three meals. He's going out to dinner. But you have to remind yourself, Jazz, you had four babies with him. He was always selfish like that. When you and him went out to dinner and y'all ate and y'all went out to restaurants and movies and he didn't have his kids with him, even enjoying the small things of life. Even if that happened with Asia and her baby, you care less about his protection because it wasn't your birth kids. It wasn't your little family. See how Chris don't even tell you, hey babe, let's wait till all the kids go so we can all go to Golden Corral. Even if the kids' meal was $2.99, if you got it in the right day. See how your man don't even take consideration of the children that lives in your household. Think about that. He can grill out at any wee hours of on the 6th through the 7th, but he couldn't grill out on the 4th. Why? Because you didn't have any EBT. But you got it today to do. Let's see if he grills out today. Let's see. Let's see if he grills out. Don't come out here talking about, guys, this is our 4th of July, not 4th of July, our 4th of 6th. Do a video of our 4th of July on the 6th. I want to see the meat that he put on the grill. I want to see the food that the kids might not eat or the leftovers they might have to eat when they come back. I would love to see that. Go ahead and show us the ribs and the what else did y'all want? What else y'all will eat? The neck bones and the steaks and the hot dogs. Yeah, I'm just being honest. I shop every month, and my kids don't go hungry. I might not want to cook, but they don't go hungry. Your kids should never, you should never feel like your kids are hungry, and you have to give them the bare minimum. But I'll talk to y'all later. It's slowed down on raining, so I can go to my car. Either way, I can go to my car and drive home peacefully. But y'all, if y'all heading home or y'all listening to me cleaning up your house, y'all have a good day, okay? And don't be too hard on yourself. And food prices is not too high. You just gotta find the right time to shop. And I will do a video on that because a lot of times people don't know when the right time to shop, y'all. So I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.